Working with a group of people is always a challenge. Directing, staging, and creating together images that everybody will enjoy. Here are a couple of words on the attempts that I've done so far. Hardest thing for me is to find a place that I love that could work. And well, it all started 4 years ago with a few dancers from the Ballet de l'Opéra du Rhin. I have to admit that when I look at these images today, there are a lot of things that I do not like. It has nothing to do with the dancers that did a great job. It's just that I would do them completely differently today. To make it a success, you really got to know what you want to do before you're on location. Think ahead, sketch a few ideas so that when you're on set, you don't lose time trying to explain what you actually want to do. My second attempt was a year later. Yes, it took me a year to experience this again. And this time I had dancers from the Nice Ballet with me. We had this beautiful location in Antibes on the French Riviera. I worked there several times, so I knew beforehand that they had spaces that were big enough for me to work with a group of dancers. Once I had the framing, the composition, I gave the dancers the general feel, form, and shape that I wanted to create. They proposed a few poses, we tried different things, we experimented a bit. I never had them looking at the camera, personal choice, and we tried to work on different levels, different heights. Now, with this type of images, I know that I want my dancers to interact with each other. I want the group to feel coherent. I still rely on the dancer's suggestion. It's really important for me because I'm not a dancer. So whenever we have to correct poses, details that are dance related, I always ask the dancers to correct these things. Once that we found something that works for all of us, that works for me, then we try and fine tune the details, the position of the feet, the arms, the head position, the shadows and the light, and of course the gaps between each dancer, something that I didn't do on my first attempt. The same year, I was really happy to be hired to make official pictures for the Geneva Ballet. Here, the approach was completely different. I have really mixed feelings about this session. I had to follow the choreographer's and director's vision. Unfortunately for me, not a lot of freedom. I was hired to capture bits of performances. This is obviously not something that I love to do, but you got to pay the rent. The year after that, I moved to Toulouse and decided to give it another try, but this time with dancers from the Ballet du Capitole. And guess what? On the day of the shoot, my second flash died. So we couldn't cancel and postpone the shoot, so we had to make it happen with only one light. Again, working on heights, trying to create something homogeneous. I think we did a pretty decent job. Be careful, really look closely at your pictures and make sure that nobody hides anyone and that shadows are not placed in weird places. Last year was my most recent attempt at this, and it was made in a location that wasn't the best. I mean, this location is usually used for exhibitions, so we had huge white walls all around us. The weather outside was awful, so not a lot of light was coming inside the building. So I wanted to keep the lights coming from the windows and stain the glass in the back, and only use my two lights to expose all the dancers. To expose everybody correctly, both of my lights are facing in the same direction, aiming at two different parts of the group. For the first one, I wanted that overall motion going from bottom left to top right. dancers suggested different things, and this is what we ended up keeping. For the second one, I actually kept 3 images, and for the first time, I told the dancers to actually improvise. So I tried to capture moments of this improvisation, and these are the 3 pictures that I kept. Which one is your favorite? Tell me in the comments below. I have to say I never had the best conditions to make these, so I'm a bit frustrated because there was always something missing or something went wrong or I didn't have the best location. But what's great is that every time I learn something, I gain experience. So the next one will be better and the one after will be epic. There will be, and I really hope it won't be in a year or more, an opportunity where I will be able to make these type of images with the right tools and the right location. If you don't want to miss that one, please give this video a like. It will also show me how much you want me to share this experience with you guys. And of course, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and press that little bell button to get that little notification so that you don't miss it. I guess I will see you guys in the next one. Spread some love, and until then, please have a good one.